Alrighty, yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today, we're going to react to man drives 100 plus miles for birth of child that woman says isn't his. Oh, Lord. These bitches ain't shit. These bitches ain't shit. This is a new series we starting. New channel, new series. Most definitely, we gotta do this. Let's do it, man. This is Paternity Court, and then, well, how we gonna do this is we're gonna do Paternity Court on Thursdays. And then we're going to do couples court on Tuesdays. We're going to call them trial days. So trial Tuesday and trial Thursday. Yeah. Trial Tuesday, trial Thursday. That's how we're going to do this. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it.
You may be seated.
Okay.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is the case of Miller.
And I will be acting as the lawyer. I will be acting as a lawyer for the men. We're going to be a little toxic in these videos. So I will be representing as a lawyer for the men. In all cases, I handle all men's cases, whether win or lose. The only person that wins is me, because if you lose, I win, and if you win, I still win. So, because either way, I'm getting paid. So, bitch, pay me. I don't care how damn it. I'm gonna try to do my best. I'm gonna try to be the biggest sleazeball lawyer I can be. We will do whatever it takes. We will do whatever it takes. Okay? I don't have the best winning percentage, but I do whatever it takes.
Versus Rasmussen.
Thank you, Jordan. Good day, everyone. Ms. Miller, you're here to prove to your ex-boyfriend, Scotty Rasmussen, that he is not the father of your 3-year-old daughter, Zaylee Rasmussen.
Yes, Your Honor.
You claim you've been in an ongoing court battle over custody and
she
have
from
petitioned
Wisconsin,
the court
too.
several
Oh, my
times
God.
for a DNA test, all of which have been denied.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Rasmussen, you claim the real reason Ms. Miller is denying your Zaylee's father is because she hates you.
Yes, Your Honor.
You say you've been there for your daughter her entire life, and you're here today to prove you are Zaylee's father.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Rasmussen, why is Ms. Miller saying you're not Zaylee's father?
Your Honor, I believe it's just out of pure hatred. She just doesn't want me to have visitation. I drive 160 miles every other weekend just to pick up my daughter and drop her off. That's about 10,000 miles. That's wear and tear on my car. She doesn't have a driver's license. She doesn't have any way to bring her to me. She doesn't have any way to meet me halfway.
You say she...
Oh, so this is a broke bitch. Your Honor, we would like to clarify that this is right here is the definition of a broke bitch that don't have her shit together. We are asking for full custody of the child. We will provide my client here. Let me get my papers real quick, if you excuse me for a moment, ma'am. We provide tablets, Wi-Fi, computers, you know what I'm saying, for schoolwork and all that. Also, we provide, my client is also providing food, stable structure. He has lots of family around him as well. So if there is ever a time where he is not able to watch the child, there are trusted family members there to help out. And also my client is just so responsible. He's not negligent of of his daughter. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not this is his child or not, we still want full custody. Your Honor, respectfully.
Hates you? Why does she hate you?
She hates me because at the end of the relationship, when things got rocky, I'll admit it, I did go to another woman. I'll be the first to admit that. You know, it was my mistake.
Is that true, Ms. Miller?
No.
It's not?
No.
Tell me what you believe to be true in this situation.
Yes, I was very mad at him for being a cheater. He cheated on me through pretty much our whole relationship. No, I do not hate him because of that. I lost my respect for him, yes.
He says this is about visitation, too. He loves his daughter, but you don't want him to have the visitation. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why is that?
Because I believe that the only reason why he wants the visitation is to claim her on his taxes.
That is the furthest thing from the truth.
Your Honor, my client does not put, it's clear, Your Honor, that my client's financial stability doesn't require the claim of the child on the taxes. Now, clearly, the woman needs it because she is not stable. I mean, look at this woman. This woman looks like Big Bird. Let's be real. This woman looks like Big Bird. This bitch looks like a yellow grimace. Your Honor, do you not see the validity of my client? No. You can tell, Your Honor, this is not a stable woman. Taxes don't matter here. It's about the child. It's about the child. And my client is fully devoted to the child at hand. These are egregious claims, and we would like these to be stricken from the record. This is not if there is no damning evidence involved, we would like this to be stricken from the record. I rest my case.
I want my visitation because my daughter means the world to me. I want to be in her life as much as I possibly can.
I mean, if he's driving 160 miles each way every other weekend, the money he would get in his taxes, he's spending in gas.
I'm paying my child support. I have my child support payments right here, plus an additional $3 fee, plus an additional $60 annual fee just to pay my child support.
You pay $50 a week.
Just under $50 a week. Plus that $3 with every check, plus another $60 every year to the state.
And that's not very much to get what she needs.
Is it enough to buy her clothes so she doesn't have to wear cut-off sweatpants and the same T-shirt every time I pick her up?
I do that because I don't want...
Is it enough money to buy her underwear so you don't got to keep putting her in diapers at 4 years old?
I have underwear for her. And she is not in diapers, she is in pull-ups, she is in training right now. She is having problems.
But what he's saying, Ms. Miller, is it's clearly not about money if he's paying his child support.
We get it.
And he also spends money coming to see her. What is this really about for you? Why is it you don't want him involved in this child's life?
Because I still believe that he is not hers.
Okay, and listen, that's what we're here for. I want to get down to the bottom of the truth.
Yeah.
You don't believe he's her biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
So explain to me why.
When she was conceived in March of 2011. He wasn't even in the same state. He was in Vegas. And at that time in March, I wasn't even with him. I was with somebody else because he broke up with me because he cheated on me.
I'll be the first to admit it was a mistake.
Okay, we've gotten the fact that you two have an on and off relationship that has infidelity woven through. I understand that. Ms. Miller, you were stating to the court that you were intimate with someone else and you believe that you were intimate with that other person during the time Zaylee was conceived and Mr. Rasmussen was all the way in Las Vegas.
Yes, Your Honor.
But clearly at some point, Mr. Rasmussen either thought or was informed that he was her biological father because he is paying child support, he's still driving 160 miles each way, and she has his last name.
Yes.
Mr. Rasmussen, fill me in. At what point were you ever told that you were not her biological father?
I believed I was, and still believe, I was the only biological father until about 5 or 6 months or so, give or take, after she was born. We were at family court, talking to the family court commissioner about custody and the things that go along with that, like where she'd be going to school, her doctor, and all that. And Ms. Miller brings it up that I could possibly not be the father because of another man that was involved, and she gave some date, I can't remember the specifics. One of the people we were talking to with the family court commissioner did the math, and it turns out that would be a 10-month pregnancy, and that don't make sense to me.
Because it was so long ago, I was confused about the dates, but now that I went through both of our Facebooks, I went through all of my notes, all of anything that I wrote down, and I figured out that she was conceived in March, and it was a 9-month pregnancy.
So, Mr. Rasmussen, up until Zaylee was 5 or 6 months old, you believed you were the only possible biological father.
That is correct. We never broke up. There was never any, that I can recall, there was never any split there. There was, a relationship was on and off in a sense, but we never.
But by that time she was born, so she already had your name.
She already had my name.
Did you sign the birth certificate?
That is correct.
Your name's on the birth certificate.
I have that
Jerome,
right.
will you hand me that, please?
I have that right here.
He
My
the
name
pappy.
is on that birth certificate.
He the pappy.
So you're on the birth
Your Honor,
certificate.
he the pappy.
I was at.
You're at the birth?
I was at the birth. I was at every single doctor's appointment. When Zaylee was born, you were at a doctor's appointment. I was at home because I had to work that day. I was at my job as a cashier. I got a phone call and I answered it. They said she was going into labor. I said, okay. I hung up the phone. I quickly finished up as fast as I could with that particular customer. I turned off my checkout light, told the next customer in line that something came up. I either had to go to another line. I went up to my manager, my immediate supervisor, said, hey, I got to go. My girlfriend's in labor. I went home, quickly changed my clothes, and I drove about 45 miles through a winded, wooded road in Wisconsin in December, mind you, so it was about a foot of snow on the ground. I made it to that hospital in less than 35 minutes. I beat her to the hospital.
I know what he's talking about, too.
And I was there from the moment she got there to the moment she was discharged. I called my boss at work and said, hey, I got to take some days off. I don't care if you fire me or whatever, but I got to stay here. My daughter's being born.
That's a lie. After she was born.
That was an amazing story. You say that was a lie?
Yes, it is.
How do you remember it?
After she was born, he was gone. He ran out of the room. I didn't see him for 20 minutes after that. While I was in labor, he was sitting on one of those hospital cot beds on his computer in the corner, not paying attention to me, in his own little bubble.
I admit I was on my computer, but that was far from it. I had to find a way to calm myself because I was so excited. I was so excited to be a father. How often does a man beat the woman to the hospital?
Do you dispute, Ms. Miller, that he was excited about this beautiful little girl being born?
I really didn't see much excitement.
You didn't?
No.
Did he beat you to the hospital?
Yes, because I had to wait for my aunt to come get me.
What was the problem exactly? You let him sign the birth certificate.
I gave my daughter my last name.
Because we were engaged. And I thought we were going to get married. I thought we were going to have a happy life and raise our daughter together until...
Your Honor, this is open. Fellas, this is open and shut case. My client, my client just won this case. This bitch said, and I quote, remember, my client said she's mad about this. She's only been mad about this because of him cheating on her. She denied it. But now she's tiptoeing. She's tiptoeing back. She's becoming a hypocrite of what she said. Your Honor, we would like to find this damning evidence for a guilty verdict. God damn it, that nigga is guilty of all charges. Let's go home. We won this case.
Well, about 3 months after she was born, one of his friends told me everything that he was doing throughout our entire relationship, cheating on me, going to multiple places to meet multiple girls. And after that, I was just done.
Where's this other possible father?
I'm not even quite sure. After we broke up, he changed his number, he moved, he pretty much disappeared. I have tried to find him, I have tried to get a hold of him, and I can't find him.
But you
I don't
keep
blame
saying
him. Shit.
Mr. Rasmussen cheated. He did this, he did that. And as wrong as that may be, you also slept with somebody else.
We weren't even dating then. I was single at that time because he was with this other lady and I was the side chick, which I didn't even really know about.
All of this is happening, and this man is continuing to step up to the plate like he has a daughter on the way, like he has a newborn baby girl. Even through the breakup, you all are making custody and visitation arrangements, but you know deep down there's another possible father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why wait so long to tell him?
I told him the
At the end
first
of the day,
time
she's
that
still
we
gonna
had
look wrong.
a court
We won this case,
date,
fellas. We
but
won
the
this
courts
case. We could wrap this
threw
up.
it out.
Even
DNA
before
test.
you tell anybody in court. What about just telling him? I want to understand that. Why was it that you were keeping this information so close to your hip until 5-6 months after Zaylee was born?
The more she grew up, the more I started noticing more of her features, the more she started looking like the other guy.
She
That-
looks exactly like I did when I was 3 years old. I have a picture of me when I was 3 and a picture of her from just the other day.
Let me see that. Will you hand that to me, Jerome?
Believe it or not, when I was 3 years old, I had blonde hair.
And so this is a picture of Zaylee on the left
There's some resemblance. There's some
and you,
resemblance.
as a child, Mr. Rasmussen, on the right.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And you say you see a distinct similarity.
Yes, I do.
There's some
Do
similarity.
you see it, Ms.
I
Miller?
see it.
You don't.
I
I
don't.
see it.
You feel like Zaylee looks like the other gentleman
I
you're
see the
intimate with.
resemblance.
Look, we
between
even have the
two
same
of them.
chin. I'm just noticing that now. Our chin looks exactly the same. We have the same dimples.
You are insisting that Mr. Rasmussen is not the child's father, and yet you're receiving child support from Mr. Rasmussen. Have you petitioned the court to have Mr. Rasmussen taken off of child support?
I have told him a couple times that if he would just sign her over to me, that he wouldn't have to pay child support anymore.
I'm not
If
going to
he
do
would
that.
just-
I'm not going to give up that easy. I'm fighting for what I know is mine. I know she's mine.
So, Mr. Rasmussen, what type of visitation do you have right now?
Right now, it's every other weekend, but I've had to jump through so many hoops to get to this point. At first, it was that fly-by-night, just make a date whenever you want to and, go from there. But obviously, that didn't work. And then sometime after that, we started out where I had to sit with Miss Miller and my daughter at a park for 4 hours once a week for 4 weeks. And then after that, I got her for 4 hours once a week for 4 weeks by myself without her involvement. And then after that, I got her for one overnight a week for 4 weeks. And then after those 4 weeks, then I got what I have now.
How is your relationship with Zaylee?
Oh, it's phenomenal. Every time I get her, I try to make the best I can out of it. Even if I don't have any money from having to put gas in the car and pay the child support and everything, we try to do as much as I try to do as much as I can with her, whether it be something as little as going to the park or going fishing or going to an amusement attraction. Every little memory at that age means more than anybody can possibly fathom. And I just try to make the absolute best out of what I can with what I have.
So, Mr. Rasmussen, let me ask you, are you prepared? Have you prepared yourself either way? If this child is my biological child or if she isn't, have you thought about both alternatives?
In a sense, yes. If it goes the way I'm hoping and I know in my heart that it will, that she is mine, I'm just going to be overjoyed that all the drama and the fighting and all that kind of stuff is behind me. If it goes the other way, I don't think if I had all the time in the world, I could, prepare myself for such a bombshell. I don't think I'd be able to prepare myself for just how devastating that would be to not only me, but my entire family.
Jerome, I think it's time for the results.
Okay.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Miller versus Rasmussen, when it comes to 3-year-old Zaylee Rasmussen, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Rasmussen, you are not the father.
God.
Miss Miller.
Be respectful.
Sorry.
Miss Miller.
Wow.
sorry.
Wow. 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 Classless. Wow. 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 Bitch. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let's calm it down. Your Honor, we would like that to be used as evidence against my client here. My client is clearly over there devastated. He's gonna take his time. We're gonna give him some time to regroup real quick. But Your Honor, let's just get this out the way right now. We would like to find that person guilty.
You have to go deliberate. I don't need to deliberate. Hang that nigga now. I got the rope right here.
We would like for this to be wrapped up quickly, and we'd like this to be wrapped up quickly as possible with a bow on top. Your Honor, we don't need any more evidence. The evidence is clearly right in front of your face.
Yep.
Now, obviously, he's not the child. He's not the father of the child. But it's clear that we would like all child support payments to be repaid back to us in exchange. And if payments are not made within a timely, I want to say a timely manner, we would like to see jail time, and we would also still go for full custody. My client does not care. He still wants to be the dad.
That's a lot of nerve, considering the alternative is somebody that don't want nothing to do with you or your child.
I'm sorry.
That's a lot of nerve. You just showed me where your priorities were right there.
I'm sorry.
Because I held out hope that you weren't just acting a fool because you so mad at him because he cheated on you that you would cheat your child out of a father. But that cheering
we do
you
it
did,
from the jump.
what you cheering? I'm a single mother with nobody that loves me or my child. What you cheering for?
I'm not.
No, you were. He is over here breaking down because he loves this child so much. I sit here day after day after day with women hoping a man would drive 16 miles to see their baby, much less 160 miles each way, and abide by a court order and sign a birth certificate and come day after day and week after week so they can grow visitation to have a relationship with a child. And you have no compassion for not just him, but for Zaylee. She's 3 years old. Now, he's not just gonna be heartbroken. We gotta break this news to her. And y'all over here cheering like it's a sport. This is this baby's life. And I asked you, where's this other man? I don't know. And you know he don't want nothing to do with you. Sitting up there cheering. Mr. Rasmussen, I am so sorry. I know this hurts you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I don't know what I'm gonna do. She's my whole world. Everything I do is for her. She was the reason I went to work every day.
I know you have a bond with her.
I feel like my whole world is in ruins now.
Oh. Miss Miller, I'm going to say this to you before I adjourn court. Your child deserves to know who her father is. Whether or not that man wants to be in her life, physically present and participate. He does have a legal obligation to help support her financially. It's important that you make this right. She'll one day ask, where's my father? Every action you take from this point will write the story that you will later have to tell her. I wish you the best of luck. We have counseling for you. Court is adjourned.
Alrighty. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that was some classless shit there at the end. That was really classless. But as you can see, we may not win all the time, but when we do win, I win. So, Mr. Miller, I like my money in cash form. Now, if you only can do card, we do have the swiper available. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and hit that swipe for me right quick. We'll play it. Alrighty, that's good. That's good to know. You came out on top. You won the case. You lost the daughter, but you won the case. That's all that matters, my brother. You're going to get all your child support money back from the bitch, and we're going to end it off right there. So yeah, that's just going to about end it off for this one. Oh, we gonna get more on this. Oh, we going down the rabbit hole on this one. Oh man, it's gonna be crazy. Paternity court. Like I said, paternity court on Thursdays and couples court on Tuesdays. So we're gonna have trial Tuesday. It's trial Tuesdays and trial Thursdays. So every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm gonna always have a paternity court and a couples court. So when y'all come back on Tuesday, it's gonna be a couples court. So we're gonna have couples court. Oh boy, I handle all legal matters, and I stand for the brothers and the brothers only. We don't fuck with no bitches, okay? We don't fuck with no bitches unless it's a lesbian ordeal. If it's a lesbian ordeal, we handle those as well. But we side with the more feminine. We side with the more feminine lesbian. Oh man. Hey, just remember, man, my rates are cheap. It's just that when you win, you gotta pay a little extra, you know what I'm saying? My rates are cheap. You just gotta pay a little bit more when you win, okay? That's what it is. But anyways, I'll just go about do it for this one. I'll see y'all in the next video. Till then, peace out.